Thanks for watching this brief demo of SeeUnity's Enterprise Integration for SharePoint product, or EIS for short. EIS enables you to manage and access an enterprise content management system from SharePoint for a fully integrated, best of both worlds user experience. In this demo, I'll show how easy it is for SharePoint users to access the properties and settings of externally stored enterprise content. EIS allows us to use SharePoint as the user experience for interacting with an external enterprise content management system. So while we're working in SharePoint in this demo, it's important to remember that all of the containers, folders, and documents and properties we see are actually located on that external ECM system. EIS is displaying them in SharePoint in real time. In the case of this demo, we'll look at content properties and settings for a document stored in an OpenText eDocs library. On the left, the Explorer tree is showing multiple content repositories, including Documentum, OpenText Content Server, File Share, and a couple of OpenText eDocs libraries, including the one we're working with in this demo. On the right, we see a workspace web part which displays the content of that folder selected. Both the workspace and the Explorer tree are SeeUnity custom web parts that are part of our EIS product. SeeUnity's EIS product embeds more than just native content into SharePoint. It also integrates native ECM controls and options. These controls are often embedded throughout a SharePoint site. One of the hot spots for embedded ECM controls is in the SharePoint context menu. We can see a mix of standard SharePoint menu options as well as some embedded native ECM commands. Remember, these are embedded native controls. So in this demo, we see native eDocs commands and terminology in the context menu, like profile, versions, etc. If we were to navigate into the connected content server or Documentum system using our Explorer web tree, and then access the context menu, we'd see a different set of integrated controls. eDocs is a particularly robust set of native properties and controls, and there are separate demonstrations available for viewing how some of these work. Visit SeeUnity.com or our YouTube channel for more information on those demos. In this demo, we'll be looking at a document's native properties, which are referred to as profiles in eDocs. If you're an eDocs user, this screen should look very familiar. If not, we're looking at a rendering of a typical document profile stored in an eDocs library. Notice that these fields are available for editing. My eDocs account has access to edit profiles and settings for this document, and my account is mapped to my SharePoint account, so all of my eDocs rights are preserved here. I can manually change a profile field, such as the matter type, or I can select from an existing type using a lookup list of different matter types. SeeUnity's EIS integration not only embeds existing ECM functionality into SharePoint, but it also introduces many new and useful features to the integrated experience. One example of this are metalink maps, which we can use to select and see any other documents sharing the same properties. Here's a list of all the other documents that are profiled with the same matter type. That's a very effective way for navigating from one profile field type to another. In addition to viewing, editing, and navigating from a document's properties, we can make changes to content settings. We can actually change who is allowed to see or interact with the content in the same way we could change that from within an eDocs client interface. If your external ECM system has records management or retention capabilities, we can edit those from within SharePoint as well. We can choose to update the document with these changes and go back, or simply return without applying any of the changes that we set. So as you can see, our EIS product provides much more than a mere SharePoint periscope into an external repository. We're integrating access to ECM documents and native controls. Being able to embed as much native functionality as possible is fundamentally important to the value of integrating SharePoint with an ECM system. Visit our website, SeeUnity.com, or our YouTube channel to see additional demos for products like Enterprise Integration for SharePoint. Other EIS demos cover features like how to navigate external repositories, advanced search tools, and how to verify content with document thumbnails and previews. Thanks for watching this brief demonstration where I showed how easy it is for a SharePoint user to interact with Enterprise Content Management properties and settings by using our product, Enterprise Integration for SharePoint.